Hi students, in this video we will talk about reflection of points on a coordinate plane. Please pay attention to this. First, how does a point reflect? If A is reflected about the x-axis, what will happen? What is the image of A? The distance between A and the x-axis is the same as the distance between A prime and the x-axis. A is above the x-axis while A prime is below the x-axis. So the coordinates of A prime is 2 and -3. 3 units. How about A is reflected about the y-axis? What is the coordinates of the image then? The distance between A and the y-axis is 2 units. It is the same as the distance between A prime and the y-axis. A is on the right and A prime is on the left. Therefore, the x-coordinate of A prime is -2. The coordinates of A prime are -2 and 3. Let's look at an example. There are 2 points, A and B, on a rectangular plane. In part 8, A is reflected about the x-axis to A1, and we have to plot A1 and write down the coordinates of A1. The distance between A and the x-axis and the distance between A1 and the x-axis are the same. A1, A is 2 units above the x-axis. The A1 is 2 units below the x-axis. We can then plot the point A1 on the coordinate plane, A1. The coordinates of A1 are 3 and -2. Alright, for part B, is reflected about the y-axis to B1. We have to plot B1, and then the distance between B1 and the y-axis is 1 unit, and the distance between B1 and the y-axis is also 1 unit. So B1 should be on the right of the y-axis. We can then plot B1 like this. So the coordinates of B1 are 1 and 3. The x-coordinate of B is -1, then the x-coordinate of B1 is 1. And the y-coordinates of these 2 points are the same. Sometimes a point is not reflected about the x or y axis. It can reflect along another line, let's say L, in the figure. How to find the image of P, that means Q then? First, we have to find the distance between the point P and the line L. Okay, it is 1 minus -4, that means 5 units. Then the distance between Q and line L is also 5 units. Then the y-coordinate of Q will be 1 plus 5 equals to 6. Or you can say add 10 to -4, which equals to 6 as well. The x-coordinate of P and Q are the same, as PQ is a vertical line. Thus, the coordinates of Q are 3 and 6. Look at one more example. In part A of this example, A is reflected about L1 to A1, and we have to plot A1 and write down the coordinates. A and A1 should have the same coordinates, as it is vertical. The distance between A and L1 is 4 minus 1 equals to 3 units. So the y coordinates of A1 should be 1 minus 3. It becomes -2. Therefore, the coordinates of A1 are 3 and -2. 3 and then -2. For part B, A is reflected about L2. The distance between A and L2 is the difference of in x. It is 3 minus 1, that means 2 units. For A2, it is 2 units on the left hand side of L2. A2 and A forms a horizontal line, so their y coordinates are the same at 4. The x coordinate of A2 will be 1 minus 2, so the x coordinate will be -1, and y coordinate is still 4. Therefore, the coordinates of A2 are -1 and 4. See you next time in next video.